If you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths rather than travel on the worn paths of accepted success. Every right implies a responsibility, every opportunity an obligation, every possession a duty. I would rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. Do you know the only thing that gives me pleasure? It is to see my dividends coming in. I always try to turn every disaster into an opportunity. Don't blame the marketing department. The buck stops at the chief executive. I believe in the dignity of labor, whether with head or hand, that the world owes no man a living, but that it owes every man an opportunity to make a living. Singleness of purpose is one of the chief essentials for success in life, no matter what may be one's aim. The only question with wealth is what to do with it. I can think of nothing less pleasurable than a life devoted to pleasure. I do not think there is any other quality so essential to success of any kind as the quality of perseverance. It overcomes almost everything, even nature. The way to make money is to buy when blood is running in the streets. A friendship founded on business is better than a business founded on friendship. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. If your only goal is to become rich, you'll never achieve it. Charity is injurious unless it helps the recipient to become independent of it. Competition is sin. Good management consists of showing average people how to do the work of superior people. I know of nothing more despicable and pathetic than a man who devotes all the hours of the waking day to the making of money for money's sake. It is wrong to assume that men of immense wealth are always happy. I believe that thrift is essential to well-ordered living. Perseverance can overcome all obstacles. Even the laws of nature cannot stop it. He who works all day has no time to make money. I believe that it is my duty to make money and use it for the benefit of my neighbors. This is what my conscience tells me. The road to happiness lies in two simple principles. Find what it is that interests you and that you do well, and when you find it, put your whole soul into it, every bit of energy and ambition and natural ability you have. The secret of success is to do common things uncommonly well. Own nothing, control everything. Think of giving not as a duty, but as a privilege. The most important thing for a young man is to establish a credit, a reputation, and character. The impression was gaining ground with me that it was a good thing to let the money be my slave and not make myself a slave to money. I had no ambition to make a fortune. Mere money-making has never been my goal. I had an ambition to build. A man's wealth must be determined by the relation of his desires and expenditures to his income. If he feels rich on $10 and has everything else he desires, he really is rich. Do not many of us who fail to achieve big things fail because we lack concentration? The art of concentrating the mind on the thing to be done at the proper time and to the exclusion of everything else. I believe that love is the greatest thing in the world, that it alone can and will triumph over might. I believe in the sacredness of a promise, that a man's word should be as good as his bond, that character, not wealth or power or position, is of supreme worth. I think it is a man's duty to make all the money he can, keep all that he can, and give away all that he can. The person who starts simply with the idea of getting rich won't succeed. You must have a larger ambition. I never would have been able to tithe the first $1 million I ever made if I had not tithed my first salary, which was $1.50 per week. Success comes from keeping the ears open and the mouth closed. I would rather hire a man with enthusiasm than a man who knows everything. Never lose interest in life and the world. Never allow yourself to become annoyed. The man will be most successful who confers the greatest service on the world. The secret of success is to get up early, work late, and strike oil. Giving is the secret to a healthy life, not necessarily money, but whatever a person has to give, of encouragement, sympathy, and understanding. I never placed my head upon the pillow at night without reminding myself that my success might only be temporary. The poorest man I know is the man who has nothing but money. There is no feeling in the world to be compared with self-reliance. There is no feeling in the world to be compared with self-reliance. Do not sacrifice that to anything else. Oh, how blessed young men are who have to struggle for a foundation and beginning in life. Save when you can, and not when you have to. Oftentimes, the most difficult competition comes not from the strong, the intelligent, the conservative competitor, but from the man who is holding on by the eyelids and is ignorant of his costs, and anyway, he's got to keep running or bust.